Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with the review of another Genestealer called unit. And this time I want to talk about one of the lead choices are the hybrid Metamorphs. So they are costing 45 points and we have 5 hybrids Metamorph for this cost. They have weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 3, strength 4, toughness 3, weapons, sorry, 1 wound, initiative 4, 2 attacks, leadership 8, and 5 plus save. And we also have the Metamorph leader that we can take as an option for plus 10 points and have plus 1 leadership respect and plus 1 attack compared to the hybrid Metamorph. They are equipped with Auto Pistol, Rending Claws, Metamorph Talon. The Metamorph Talon gives them plus 1 to weapon skill, so this means that they are weapon skill 5 by default, and they have Blasting Charge that is the same as Assault Grenades. They have the Cult Ambush role, and they also have Return to the Shadows, as all the Genestealer cult units have. You can include up to 5 additional metamorphs, so you can increase the unit up to 10 for 9 points. The metamorph, so it's 90 points. It's quite cheap. And then they have also the next options. They can replace the Rending Claws by a Metamorph Talon with 2 Metamorph Talons. Sorry, they can replace the Rending Claws and the Metamorph Talon for 2 Metamorph Talons. I will not advise that. They will give an additional plus 1 to the weapon skill, but I think losing Rending is not a good option. They also can replace the Metamorph Talon by a Metamorph Claw, and this gives them plus 2 to Strength. If I'm not wrong, the Metamorph, yeah, it gives plus 2 to Strength, and they also can substitute the Metamorph Talon for a Metamorph Wipe, giving plus 3 to its initiative. You can upgrade one model to Metamorph Leader for 10 points. So, as I said, plus 1. I think for the leadership, it can make sense to do this upgrade. The Metamorph Leader can take the Bone Sword and is not replacing any weapon. And I think it's quite a good choice having this AP3, although they have Rending Claws, so they have the Rending special rule. Any model may replace the auto pistol with a hand flammer. I think having a couple of hand flammers can be a good choice, especially if when you are charged, so you have the wall of fire. And then in one hybrid metamorph may take the cult icon. What I'll really advise in that case, for 10 points you will give plus 1 weapon skill. Why advise to do that? Because with with weapon skill 5 you will be over Space Marines. You will be hitting on 3 plus, that is making quite important difference when you are going close combat. Um, this is really a, an elite close combat unit, and you want to put them in close combat as fast as possible. They will have 3 attacks because they have the pistol, that they will be rending. And if you use the cult, I will most likely I will not pay. There is 2 options. You don't pay any upgrade, not even the 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 cult icon. So you will have weapon skill 5. You will have 2 attacks, and yeah, and you will have initiative 4, so the same as the Space Marines. The other option that can increase a lot the survivability is you can add the Metamorph Wipe, but then I will suggest to also add the cult icon. The point is, if you add the Metamorph Wipe, then you are adding plus 2 points per unit, so you will add 10 and 10 20. So 110 points you will have initiative for 100, and yeah, you will have initiative 7, that is very fast. You will have weapon skill 5. You will have, yeah, the strength is the strength 4, but you will have rending claws. So with this, and yeah, I don't know if you will like to have the leader, but if you take the leader, you take it as it is. But let's focus on that. So for 110 points without the leader, you will have uh, 3 attacks each, 4 attacks in the assault with rending at initiative 7. This is at the level of the pure string Genestealer that have initiative 6. So really they will compete with the Genestealer, and they're going to be cheaper. The only advantage of the Genestealer that they will have the 5+ invulnerable save, and they will not depend on the icon to have weapon skill 5. The Genestealer will have weapon skill 6, by the way. So I don't know. I think this is a close combat. They will compete against the Genestealer, and they will have more or less the same survivability of the Genestealer. So uh, I think it's a cheaper option from the Genestealer. If we compare them to the Acolyte hybrids, I think the advantage for me of the Acolyte hybrids over these Metamorphs is that although they don't have this +1 to the weapon skill, they still have the 3 attacks and rending as the hybrids Metamorphs. And the advantage of these guys, of the Acolyte hybrids, is that you can take the heavy drill, the heavy cutter, and the heavy saw, so this equivalent a power fist. So what can give them a lot of punch. So really, this hybrid metamorph, the hybrid, the acolyte hybrids, and the genestealers will do more or less the same type of job on the battlefield. Uh, have the feeling, I still have the feeling that the line have more interesting, is more interesting for me, thanks to the possibility to put this special weapon, close combat weapon. As I said, the heavy rock drill, the heavy rock cutter, and the heavy rock saw. Although it's quite expensive, it's like putting a power claw, power fist inside of the unit without paying this additional. So they will compete. The hybrid metamorph and the hybrid acolytes will compete. And the cost will be on the same range. The Acolyte hybrids are less expensive, but when you put the equipment are going to be more or less in the same cost. Uh, so it's two choices that you can have, and I think they will be more or less at the same level. Thanks to the rending clause, they also can in damage vehicles. Uh, Maybe it's interesting. This unit can be very interesting if you put the +2 to strength on the icon. I think this is another good option. You will have a strength 6 attacking an initiative 4 then. So this really make them quite interesting. So having a strength 6 on all this unit, attacking with weapon skill 5, uh, this will also cost 110 points. So really, it's with renting close. This can be also dangerous for vehicles because if you roll a 6 plus 6 is going to be 12, so you then add a d3, so you can almost damage any type of vehicle. Uh, yes, an interesting choice, competing, as I said, competing with the Genestealers. And I think what I like from the hybrid metamorph respect to the Genestealers is that you can personalize them, you can tailor to what you need in your army. And here you have, I think the best options is keeping rending close and the Metamorph Talon, and if you want to substitute the Metamorph Talon for the Claw on the wipe, depending what is your enemy. I think most of the times I will go for the Claw to have this +2 strength, but also being faster than the Space Marines. Also, it's increasing a lot the survivability. Remember, having high initiative and being able to kill enemy models before they can strike to you, it's increasing a lot your survivability. So it's an attack that is also helping you in the defensive aspect of the unit. So that's all. So another close combat unit. The dedicated transport is the Goliath track. I think you can, in some of these, thanks to the cult ambush, maybe it's not always needed, uh, but is an option that you have there. So depending how you want to play and what is your style, you will like to have it or not. But so far, I think it's a good unit. It's very cheap, and you can really replicate this unit several times on the battlefield. And I think they have, yeah, they will compete with the Genestealer, and I have the feeling that the hybrid metamorph will have almost better, yeah, for the cost, is a more efficient unit than the poor strain Genestealers. That's all what I want to share. Please leave in the comment below what do you think about the hybrid metamorph. Let me share what your opinion in the comments below, and give a like if you have liked this video, and share it with your friends if you think that somebody can learn from this. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.